Blessings to you. This morning's class is about spaciousness. One of the 5 elements is ether, or this concept of spaciousness. The word in Sanskrit is Akasha. Akasha means this ether, space, or sky. Akasha is also the inner mind, or consciousness of the individual. And while fear and anger produce contraction in the heart and mind, which creates tension in the body, gratitude, empathy, and love starts to open the heart and release this tension. We can try and step outside of our story about everything having to do with me and forget some of our expectations of entitlement. Then we can start to expand our perspective and see the big picture with more dispassion and equanimity. The mantra has the word Hamsa in it. And Hamsa means swan-like, and is this glorious swan of supreme discrimination in the mind. This Hamsa comes into the breath with hum on the inhale and sa on the exhale. And let's just sit with this Akasha mudra, making the mudra by touching the tip of the thumb to the tip of the middle finger. The middle finger is considered to represent the element of space. And as the thumb represents fire, the thumb coming to this middle finger accentuates the element of space. Just take 3 deep breaths, inhaling spaciousness into the heart and chest, and exhaling, releasing any tension in the chest. Inhale, a big breath, and slowly exhale, release. Now adding the mantra hum sa. As you inhale, think the sound hum. And as you exhale, think of the sound sa. Hum on the inhale, sa on the exhale. Each inhale, lifting the heart, spreading the collarbones, adding spaciousness to the chest and back. And each exhale, rooting down through the sitting bones. Sa. Hum, lifting the crown of the head. And sa, pushing down through the seat. Our class this morning will have a focus on backbends, and it will be useful for you to have a strap nearby. Hum, sa. Please move around to child's pose. Separate the knees, but bring the big toes to touch. Slowly push the hips back towards the heels. Lift up through the navel. And melt the upper back, forehead to the mat. Inhale, getting space under the armpits, lifting up the inner shoulders. And on the exhale, extending out through the arms, pressing the fingertips forward, sending the tailbone back. Expanding to fill the space within on the inhale, and exhale, sinking deeper. And inhale, lift up, and bring the chest down to the mat. Extend the toes straight behind. Bring the forearms in front so their forearms are parallel, the elbows under the shoulders. Push down through the elbows, pull back through the palms, and lengthen through the big toes so the tailbone can lengthen. And draw the sides of the neck up and lengthen through the back of the neck so the crown of the head can press forward. Making the Sphinx pose as a way to add expansion into the lower back. Too often in our back bends, we end up collapsing and sinking into the lower back, getting more tension. Breathe now into the kidneys, into the lower back. And then release, roll down, extend the right arm, roll onto your right hip. And then bend the left knee, reach back to the left ankle. You're going to hold onto the ankle with the left hand. Begin to press that heel back. And if you want to, roll onto your stomach. Keeping hold of that left ankle, lift in half bow, lifting the knee, and even perhaps lifting the front arm. Inhale, lift a little more. And exhale, squeeze in the core. One more. Inhale, going to your max. And release this side. And roll on to the left side. Bend the right knee and bind right hand to right ankle. Start to press that heel away, while lengthening the tailbone, drawing the lower ribs in. And if you choose, roll onto your stomach and continue pressing that right heel back, lifting the knee up, and even lifting the front arm. Inhale, reach out, lift up, and exhale, squeeze to your core. Good. Now one more deep breath and release this side, bringing it down. Now cobra pose. Bring the hands under the shoulders, the elbows pointed behind. Hug the elbows into the midline. Press the tops of the toes down. Inhale, lift the front of the shoulders up, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, push the hips and pubic bone into the earth. Begin to curl up. Inhale, reach out through the toes, lift up through the crown. And exhale, squeeze in the core, hugging the legs to the midline. 2 more long breaths. And last breath, Bhujangasana. And release and roll the chest down. Now stretch the arms out. Bring the fingertips to the earth. Lift the front of the shoulders, and then squeeze the legs together. Lift both legs off the mat. In locust, you can keep the hands down or clasp the hands behind the back. And lift the front of the shoulders. And take 3 more breaths. Lifting on the inhale. Squeezing with your core on the exhale. Last breath. And release down. Chin to the side. Heels open. Or windshield wiper the knees. The heels side to side. Push up to table pose. Curl the toes under, lift the knees. Keep the knees bent and just lengthen through the lower back, pulling the navel to the spine. And as you exhale, extend from the heart out through the arms and fingers. And lower back to table pose. Inhale to cow and exhale to cat. Looking up on the inhale, keep the arms strong and pulling the navel up on the exhale. The hands and fingers clawing the mat and the inner arms magnetically drawing into the midline. Keep the shoulders very stable. Now circle the hips, inhale forward and exhale back. When you're ready, change direction and circle the opposite way. And then to the middle, balance on the left knee, lift the right leg and bend the right knee. Now turn the knee out to the side, reach back with the left hand to bind the right ankle. And start to lift the right heel up. Lift your heart. Lengthen the neck. And slowly release. Put the right knee down and lift the left knee up. Bend the knee, turn the knee out to the left side and reach back with the right hand, find that left ankle and start to lift the left heel up, creating half bow with the back. Ardha Dhanurasana. And release the left knee down. And come into hero pose, sitting on the heels. Click down strongly through the toenails. Make the ankles strong with muscular energy. Press down either on the thighs or on the feet with the hands to lift up the chest and roll the shoulders back. Now for a deeper thigh stretch, separate the heels, walk the hands back into reclining hero. You can start just by lifting the hips and lengthening the tailbone. And then slowly coming to the elbows, if that's available. Keep the knees from spreading And the tailbone to lengthen as you go down, perhaps even to your head or shoulders in Supta Virasana. Keep sending the knees forward. And draw the lower ribs down, the navel in. Then, coming up, press the elbows down, lift up, and come into Tiger Dog with the knees bent, and straighten on the inhale, exhale, bend. And lower the chest down for upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Draw the palms to the mat, press the hips down, and start to curl the shoulders up and back. Now press the tops of the feet down, try and lift the thighs up off the mat. Squeeze the buttocks, open the heart. Roll the shoulders back and in to the spine. Take another deep breath. And exhale, roll the chest down, release. Now bend both knees for bow pose. Hold the ankles for full Dhanurasana. Don't let the knees spread too wide. Keep hugging the knees to the midline. Flex the ankles and lift the front of the shoulders. And try and lift the knees and thighs. Good. Take another deep breath. And slowly release down, chin to the other side. Now, start to press up to table pose. Inhale up. And step the right foot forward between the hands to a low lunge with the back knee down on the mat. Okay. And pull the right heel down and under. Move the left knee back so the hips are relatively low, giving you low center of gravity. Hug in from the outer hips, lift up from the pelvic floor and in through the navel, making muscular energy very abundant here in the hips and pelvis. And then bring the hands up over the shoulders, draw the shoulder blades down into the back. Interlace the hands behind the head and start to press the head back against the hands. Remember that muscular energy in the hips and legs is giving you support and stability. Inhale more spaciousness into the chest and heart and begin to curl the head back. Keep space in the back of the neck so you're not pinching the back of the neck. Now inhale, lift the head up. And exhale, hands down. Step the right foot back to downward dog. Relax with the breath. And inhale, lift the left leg up and step the left foot through. Lower the right knee down. And move the right knee back as far as you're comfortable. Keep the left knee above the left ankle or a little in front. Lift the hands up to that left knee and just take a moment settling into the pose, reinforcing muscular energy in the foundation of the hips, core, thighs, pressing down into the mat with the legs. Inhale, lift the arms over the shoulders. Relax the shoulders. Loosen the neck. Then interlace the hands behind the head. Spread the elbows. Start to tilt the head back slightly into the hands, keeping the inner body bright, the heart lifting. Inhale, more spaciousness into the chest, throat, neck. And exhale, more determined effort in the hips and thighs. Pull back with that front heel. Resist with the back knee. Bring the sides of the neck back so you have a long, smooth arc through the back of the spine. And inhale, release. And exhale, step the left foot back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And inhale, right leg up. Step the right foot through for warrior one. Press the left heel down. When the feet are stable, come up to stand. Align the hips, turning that left hip forward, the right hip crease back. Spiral the inner left thigh back and press down through that back heel. Back knee is straight. And draw the navel in so you have this powerful foundation of steady support in the hips, legs, and reach up with your arms. Inhale, add more space into the chest, lungs, and exhale, more steadiness into the hips, pelvis. Without compressing the lower back or pinching the back of the neck, lift up and curl back, looking to the hands. And add a little back bend to your warrior one. And release. Bring the hands down to the mat and step right foot back to downward dog. Inhale, high plank. And exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. And step the left foot through. Lower the right heel for warrior one. When the feet are solid, stand up. Hold the hips. And press down through the feet and legs. Draw in through the sides of the hips. Pull back through the navel. Use all the muscular energy in your hips and legs to create this very powerful foundation that gives you the freedom to expand up and fill the space. Inhale, Add more spaciousness into the chest and lungs. And exhale, draw the shoulder blades down, pull the navel in, bend the front knee, and start to slowly curl back with a slight back bend to start. Make sure you're not pinching the lower back or the back of the neck. Breathe into those areas, adding more breath to the kidneys, more breath to the back of the shoulders and neck. Keep lifting the heart. Don't compromise in that back leg. Keep lengthening the back leg. And release those hands, bring them down. Step the left foot back to downward dog. Recover your poise and breath. Inhale to plank. Exhale to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, look up, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. And inhale, hop forward. Then exhale over straight legs. Inhale, rise up. Bring palms together and down to the heart. And bow to the heart, to our sense of inner spaciousness. Now, if you have the strap, you might want to use it for a dancer pose. And we have next. And start by putting the strap around the right foot and bending the elbow so the foot comes behind, the elbow comes forward. Balance, focus. Inhale, kick that right foot back into the strap. If you're steady, use both hands on the strap to lift the back leg higher. Natarajanasana, the dancer. And slowly release. Maybe you just drop the strap. That works fine. And then go to the next side. Sometimes it's more dangerous coming out of the pose than when you're going into the pose. So be mindful going in and out of poses. Put the strap around the left foot. Bend the left knee so the left elbow comes forward. Draw the navel in so lower ribs don't pop out. Start to lift the back knee up. You can use right arm in front for balance, or right hand to the strap as well. Lifting the back knee more. Creating this big bow in the spine. And slowly release, drop the strap, whatever you want to do, come out of the pose. And then step to the front of the mat. Recover the breath, your equanimity, your spaciousness. Everything is fine. Step the right foot back to Warrior Two. And bend the left knee. Reach out the arms. On the inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. And on the exhale, pull the navel in, sink the hips down. Press into the floor through the feet. Now for side angle pose, brace that left elbow on the thigh and reach over the right ear. Keep pressing the sole of the right foot into the mat so the right hip can lift up and draw back. And you add to the expansion along the right side of the waist. Breathe into the right ribs. And now we're coming to half moon. So bring the right hand to the hip, tap the back foot in, and balance on the left fingertips so you can lift the right leg up. Inhale, lift the right shoulder up and back. And exhale, press down through the standing leg. Extend up through the upper arm. And then we have our sugar cane, where we bend the top knee, hold the ankle with the right hand, and open the right knee to the side. So you create that half bow again. And release that foot. Bring both feet down together and fold over the hips. Rocking a little from side to side, just releasing tension in the back and hips. And inhale, reach up. And the palms touch, draw them down to the heart. Inhale, spaciousness into the heart. And exhale, lower the arms, step the left foot back to warrior two. Bend the right knee. Inhale, open the arms. And exhale, draw the navel in, deepen the pose. Stay with the breath. And then side angle, Parshvakonasana. We reach that left arm over the ear and really press down through the sole of the left foot. That left hip crease can lift and draw back. And as you exhale, engage more in the core. And bring the left hand to the hip for half moon pose. And tap the back foot up closer. Balance on the right leg and the right fingertips. Lift the left leg, flex the ankle. Open the foot to the side. Inhale, reach up through the left arm. And a sugar cane, bend the left knee and hold that left ankle. Where is it? There. So you can press the left knee out to the side, draw the shoulders back, and press the shoulder blades forward into the back of the heart. And release that foot down next to the right. Fold forward over the legs. And just shimmy out any tension. Once more, rise with the breath. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, lower the arms down. And come down to seated. And lie on your back. Lift the knees. And cross the right ankle over the left knee. Or thread the needle. Thread the right arm between the legs. Hold the left thigh or the top of the left shin. And start to breathe deeply. And letting the arms lengthen on the inhale. And tightening, stretching deeper on the exhale. Just to your comfortable capacity to breathe. And remain spacious in the mind and in the body. We get too over-concerned with our appearances and we start maybe to tense up more than we need to. So relax some of that tension, some of that self-judgment or doubt. And then switch sides with the right foot down. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. And thread the left arm between the legs, holding the right thigh or the top of the right shin. And if the head and shoulders can rest on the floor easily, begin to draw the right knee closer to the chest and exhale. Squeeze the navel to the spine. Relax for the inhale and squeeze a little closer on the exhale. You can still remain open, spacious, without contraction in the mind or the spirit. Keep that left ankle very active so there's no sickling in the ankle. And then lower the feet down. And lift up to seated for head to knee pose in Janu Shirshasana. Inhale to a straight back, opening the chest, widening the collarbones. Then exhale, bend the right knee, pull the right foot back to the left thigh, and squeeze the legs in towards each other. Inhale, lengthen. Then exhale, fold over the left hip. Squeeze the kneecap, tighten the quadricep, flex the ankle, and you strengthen that outer shin peroneal muscle. Get up and over the hip on the inhale and relax the upper back as you exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Now, inhale, lift up to a straight back. Cross the left hand to the right knee. Lift the right arm up and reach over the left leg towards the left foot. Twisting, look up through the right armpit. You can always bring the left hand to that left foot as well. And widen the elbows, pulling them apart. Pavrita Janu Shirshasana. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, straighten the right leg. Inhale to a straight spine. And exhale, bend the left knee. Bring the left foot into the right thigh. Move the sitting bones back and apart. Draw the lower back in. And as you exhale, begin to tighten the quad. Lift the kneecap. Engage the outer shin so the ankle is straight. We're not sickling or bending here. Coming straight forward over the left hip. Lifting up, out, and over on the inhale. And melting down on the exhale. Folding gracefully and spaciously. Big, huge breaths into the kidneys, into the back of the neck. If you're sticking your chin forward, it means you're pinching the back of the neck. So lower the chin, lift the sides of the neck up, and smile through the back of the skull. Inhale, lift it up. Turn to the side, cross the right hand to the left knee. Lift the left arm over the shoulder and reach over the right leg towards that right foot. Stay somehow where you're breathing and even reaching the foot with both hands. Widen the elbows. Lengthen the neck. And slowly release. Inhale, come up. And exhale, straighten the left leg. Inhale to a straight spine. And exhale, roll over the knees. Step it back to downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. And exhale, bend the knee, bring it forward for pigeon, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Walk the left knee back, lower the hips down. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, drawing the lower ribs back, the navel up and in. And exhale, reach out through the crown of the head, back through the big toe of the left foot. Inhale, lift up to straight arms, bend the back knee, and draw the left heel in for a thigh stretch. And this is chance now to use the strap for pigeon. Putting this loop of the strap around the left foot. Bend the left elbow forward over the left shoulder. Inhale, lift up the heart, widen the throat, and try holding the strap now with both hands. Curl the shoulder blades under the heart, scoop up the heart, and lengthen through the back of the neck. Breathe into the kidneys. And then release that. Come back down to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up and step the left knee forward behind the left wrist to pigeon, and walk the right knee back. Squeeze the outer hips into the midline, tone the navel, and begin to stretch out through the spine. Press back through the big toe of that right foot. Then release, lift the chest up. Bend the back knee for the thigh stretch. If you want, use the strap around that right foot. Make a loop. And hold the loop over the right shoulder. Face forward with the chest. Balancing. Try holding the strap with both hands. Lifting the heart. Widening the chest. And tucking the shoulder blades under the back of the heart. Scoop it up like a big hot air balloon just floating up to the sky. Now release that, come down and step back for another down dog. And walk the feet through. Sit down for Purvottanasana. Bring the feet flat to the mat, the hands behind the hips with the fingers angled out. Tuck the shoulder blades into the spine and push down through the hands and feet. Lift the hips up. Now pull the heels isometrically towards the hands, lengthen the tailbone, lift the sides of the hips higher. And then release and sit back down. And do a second round, this time lifting one leg at a time. So I lift to Purvottanasana. Press down through the left foot and lift the right leg up. Lift the sides of the hips up. And switch the right foot down and lift the left leg up. Lift the hips up. And left foot down. And lower the hips and lay on your back for bridge pose. Lift the arms over the shoulders. Lengthen the sides of the body. Inhale, natural curve into the lower back. And exhale, bring the elbows down to the sides of the rib cage. Press the elbows and feet down. Inhale, lift the sides of the hips up. And you can hold the buttocks or clasp the hands, tucking the shoulder blades a little closer together and lifting the heart more. And you can stay in bridge pose or try lifting one leg at a time. And then release the hands, lower the buttocks, and rest one hand on the stomach, one hand on the heart. Now decide if you want to do another bridge pose or try and practice wheel pose. For a wheel pose, you know how to do a bridge pose, you just did it. Wheel pose, you're going to place the hands above the shoulders with the fingertips pointing down towards the shoulder blades. Walk the heels in, lift the hips up. Now you're on the back of the shoulders, the back of the head. You're going to press up to come to the top of the head. So just press to the top of the head, Widen the hands and keep the hands and feet parallel to the midline. Roll towards the forehead. Draw the elbows into the shoulders so the upper arm bones move back into the shoulder sockets, and push through the feet and hands, and you lift up and into the Chakrasana, the wheel pose. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Then, if you like the wheel pose, you can try lifting one leg at a time. And coming out, lift the heels, walk the feet away, tuck the chin, come to the back of the head, back of the shoulders, and the buttocks. Then rest. And Supta Konasana, reclining cobbler. Bend the knees to either side, press the soles of the feet together. Inhale, spaciousness to the heart. And exhale any tension. Let it just sink away into the floor, melting, dripping down. Touching the tip of the thumb to the tip of the middle finger. Akasha mudra. And then release the legs out, straighten the legs, lift the arms up over the head, palms together, legs together, offering up this practice of gratitude to the element of space, the inner consciousness. And then release into Shavasana, bringing the arms down, turning the palms open, and widening the legs to the width of the mat. Press down through the head and tuck the shoulder blades under the back, and then relax onto the shoulders, hips, legs. Continue resting in Shavasana. As you release, sink into the floor. Inhaling spaciousness into the heart, letting it fully open and blossom. And exhaling any tension out of the body, just letting it drain away into the earth. Paramahamsaya vidmahi Mahahamsaya dhimahi Tano Hamsaya prachodayat. Om Paramahamsaya vidmahi Mahahamsaya dhimahi Tano Hamsaya prachodayat. Om Paramahamsaya vidmahi Mahahamsaya dhimahi Tano Hamsaya prachodayat. Om. Let us meditate on Sri Hamsa Deva, the glorious, pure white, divine swan of supreme discrimination. And may that great Lord, in the form of a swan who exemplifies Paramahamsa, blissful, self-realized souls, inspire and illumine our mind and understanding. Now start to deepen your breath and stretch and move once more in your body to awaken, roll onto your right side. And as you feel ready, press up to a seated position. I bow to that element of spaciousness in each of you. Namaste.